Get it. Let's go. Let's go. We coming off the back of a big win against the Memphis Grizzlies. A huge comeback win against the Memphis Grizzlies at home in the last one. And today's video is going to be another fucking banger. So I think I want to get revenge in today's episode. If you've been a long-time watcher of this series, you know that we've had a problem with the Clippers. We've had a problem with the Clippers throughout this entire series. And we have an away matchup against the Clippers coming up on the schedule. I'm going to sim to it. We've had a ton of problems with the Clips. I want to resolve this problem that we've had with the Clippers over the last few seasons. We have this trade from the Pistons. We're going to decline because that is a horrendous trade on our part. Okay, we're at the Clippers game. We rank 11th in the Western Conference. That is unacceptable. What is our record as it stands today? 11th in the West is 5-7 now. It's a horrendous start to the season, but there's been I've been thinking about it, right? And there's a change I've been wanting to make to the lineup, or to the squad in general. I can't trade him yet. Holy shit, I didn't know Nikola Jovic was injured. But I've been thinking about moving Jaren Jackson Jr. off camera, like all this weekend. I've had to think about it, and I think I might want to get rid of Jaren Jackson Jr. I don't play well with him at all. So I'm like, Jaren Jackson Jr. might be someone I can get rid of, but we cannot get rid of him until December 25th, which is an away game against the Hornets, which I'll probably do at the end of this episode. So for this one, that means we have to keep him in the squad, and with my man Nikola Jovic injured, this one is going to be a bit harder. I'm going to put him in the lineup anyways. I'm going to play him at the 2. I still want Dyson Daniels to get his minutes. Actually, I'm going to move Michael Porter Jr. to the 2, and then Jovic's going to be on minute restrictions at the 3. He played all game in the last one, so he definitely gets a minute restricted game in this one, but I need him to play regardless. I don't know if they're going to let me play him. It's not a red injury, it's a yellow injury, so yes, they are going to let me play him. I'm going to come out in the statement uniforms because we're here to make a statement in Los Angeles. Today's a big one, boys. It's a big one. Outlaws, Clippers. We've had some animosity with the Clippers in the past. The two big cities of the Western Conference, Vegas and LA. We're at the Staples. Let's go. We're here at the Staples, and if you have been a long-time watcher of the series, you know the last time we played the Clippers. I know I already said we lost, but we lost, and they didn't have Kawhi. So today's episode is going to be an even bigger test, and it's going to test how much better we got over the offseason. We get a stop right off rip on the first possession of the video. We get a screen from Mo Bamba on Paul George. Doesn't work. Actually, that's Jaren Jackson Jr. I am tripping. Let's get away from the pick and roll. We got into a habit of using it in the last one, of using that pick and roll, and it stopped working early. So I'm going to go to a floppy to Michael Porter Jr. He's wide open at the wing. First shot of the game. It's a late release. I felt that one. That one actually felt late, so I'm not going to complain about it. Paul George driving in on Jaren Jackson Jr. Brook Lopez wide open in the corner. He misses wide open. Phenomenal start defensively. Nikola Jovic cross court. Kawhi is there. Jovic gets it anyway, but he's stripped by Kawhi twice in one possession. Wow. Jovic, an injured Jovic has to defend Kawhi. That is not ideal. Mo Bamba on, Jesus, why can't I talk? On Ivica Zubac. Brook Lopez driving past Jaren Jackson Jr. They're playing a big lineup as well as we are. Oh my God, Zubac to Pat Bev. Kobe White's there. That's a horrendous shot by Beverly. We're on a, we almost had the 4v5. How does that work? 2K, we're not doing this episode. We're not doing this. Mo Bamba, phenomenal contest on Paul George. First minute and a half, it's 0-0. The Clippers miss once again. Oh, I got the ball gather animation. Okay. Let's run a passing screen away here. Passing screen away. I don't know who the... What was that, bro? What was that, bro? What in the world was that? What in the world, bro? Are we not... That was bad, bro. That was a horrendous play. I pressed RBY to pass the ball, and then he got a ball gather animation. Hold on. I want to run that back. I want to run that back in the instant replay. What happened? So, the passing screen away happens. Kawhi got another rip. I passed it to him. I don't know why he put the ball on the ground. I really don't. Kawhi rips him, and then the whole play went to shit. So Jovic with almost 3 turnovers in the first 2 minutes of this game. I might have to bring Jovic out pretty early here. It's starting to get annoying playing with Jovic because he's injured and he's being defended by a DPOY candidate and Kawhi Leonard. Ooh, Jovic wide open in the corner. Can we get one? An injured Jovic right when I said I was going to take him out. He drills a wide open three from the corner. So I know I said I was going to take Jovic out, but as soon as I said, hey, we might have to sub out Jovic, he's turning the ball over too much. He drills a wide open three-pointer from the corner, so if he can still shoot that thing standing still, I am all good. And he's playing phenomenal defense on Kawhi, but Zubats with the contested poster on 3 Outlaw players. I'm going to run a floppy off rip, see if I can get Michael Porter Jr. a wide open 3, get him cooking, because with Jovic injured, we need our man Michael Porter Jr. to be on 10. Let's get a Mo Bamba screen. Paul George gets around it. Bamba, oh, Bamba mismatch. Bamba mismatch on Paul George. Bamba, let's get that turnaround. Oh my God. Game's not loving us off rip. We're getting a lot of really weird rips off the right off. I was about to say really weird rips off rip, but I'm not a rapper. But rappers don't use 2 words in the same bar. Some do, not the good ones don't though. But 2 rips. We're getting ripped way too often here. It's a lot of Nikola Jovic getting ripped, but it's also Kawhi Leonard doing the ripping. So we have an injured Jovic being defended by a fully healthy Kawhi Leonard. All right, Kobe White bringing it up for us. I'm going to go for a passing screen away here. We're going to pass to Bamba. It's going to be a Michael Porter Jr. wide open 3 off the passing screen away. 17% contested. Michael Porter Jr. his first 3 of the night and his first 3 in a while. Let's go. Oh my God, Jaren Jackson Jr. pecks Kawhi's mid-range jumper. Jaren Jackson Jr. To Michael Porter Jr., the junior duo. We're going to get a screen here from Jaren Jackson. Can I get Jaren Jackson on the pick and roll? I can. Jaren Jackson Jr. to the cup. Hey! Jovic on Kawhi. He's done a phenomenal job so far this game. Jovic. Oh my God. Jovic has this man Kawhi in a box. And Kawhi picks up his first foul on Michael Porter Jr. He reaches from behind, pause, and picks up his first. That is going to be huge for us in this. Ooh, I got to shoot that. I got to shoot that first time, man. That's on me. I didn't expect Paul George to get stuck on the screen. Screens haven't been working on him all game, so I really didn't expect Paul George to get stuck on that screen. No one's there to contest Kawhi's 3-point jumper. He cuts our lead in half. It is now a 3-point lead for the Las Vegas Outlaws. Mo Bamba pick and roll could work here. Can I force the switch? I can't, but I can get Bamba. He draws the foul on Ivica Zubats. I didn't mean to go up with that layup. I tapped X once, but we take the free throws. Bamba at the line. He hits the first. Can he hit the second? Can he go 2 for 2 on his first trip to the line of the game? He does on an early free throw. 60%. We love to see it. Terrence Mann. Michael Porter's there. 3.5 to play in this first quarter. Gets a screen from Reggie Jackson. We cheat over it. We're here. We got the size advantage all over the court. Reggie Jackson, defended by Kobe White. Another size advantage here. Kobe White, not letting up. He gets help from Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr. sends that shit to the moon. Oh, we got that back. We're so fucking lucky to have got that back, bro. Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to get the floppy. I kind of wished it was Nikola Jovic, but the game doesn't like Jovic because they have him with the C 3-pointer, even though I'm an absolute bucket with Jovic's 3-point shot. Imagine once his 3-pointer starts to progress, bro. Once his 3-point rating starts to progress in this series, Jovic is going to be a pivotal part of this offense. He's already a really huge part of the offense, but once his 3-point rating goes up from a C to even like a B, he is going to be absolutely insane. Jaren Jackson fucking Jr. Oh my God, he is a beast. Jaren Jackson Jr. on the pick and roll. Kobe White finds him on the roll. 18 points per game for him this season. Jaren Jackson Jr. has been phenomenal for us, and he's a defensive stalemate. Like, look at those defensive stats. A+ in the paint, A steals, A+ blocks, A- at the perimeter. Jaren Jackson Jr. Now he has rim take. This man is a pivot. And all right. I said I was gonna trade Jaren Jackson Jr., but I don't think I can now after his performance. After this performance, I don't think I can trade Jaren Jackson Jr. Not with a good conscience, bro. I can't do it. Timeout, Clippers. We're up 9. I'm going to give Mo Bamba a break here early in this first quarter. Bring in the young stud, Vernon Carey Jr. Vernon Carey Jr. was a 71 at the end of last season. He's a 75 at the start of season 2. He somehow progressed 3 attribute points throughout the offseason, and I'm not complaining. I'm just surprised. Jaren Jackson fucking Jr. Oh my God, another block for Jaren Jackson Jr. Jovic from the corner cannot get it to go, but we're here on the offensive glass, and Michael Porter Jr. Oh my God, 60% contested. That is tough. Jaren Jackson Jr. waiting for the Terrence Mann spin cycle. He gets out to Ennis. Oh my God, phenomenal contest by Jaren Jackson Jr. This man heard I was going to trade him. He's like, you were going to trade me, boss? I think the fuck not. This man, Jaren Jackson Jr. is on one. A screen on Terrence. Man, that's a bad shot. That was a horrendous shot on my part. That was absolutely tragic. At this point, I can't even put it on Michael Porter Jr. because I'm pulling dumbass shots with him right now, bro. Jaren Jackson Jr. with another side contest. Jaren Jackson Jr. is so good defensively, bro. We're about to find Vernon Carey Jr. on the pick and roll. Hey! Slowly running away with this one. 11-point lead out of the gate. We're 50% from the field. We're usually not too hot right out of the gate in the first quarter, but this game obviously is a lot different. Going for the kill early on, not allowing many buckets, and we're scoring tons of buckets as Brook Lopez misses a wide open three out of the corner. Nikola Jovic with the ball, gets a screen from Vernon Carey. Oh, fouled. Let's go. I'm Jaren Jackson Jr. on the pick and roll. Once again contested. They said, nah, coverage open. There's no way that was fucking open, bro. But we're going to take it. Jaren Jackson Jr. is absolutely on 10 this game. 8 first quarter points. 8 of our first 18 for Jaren Jackson Jr. You absolutely love to see it. And that is another block if Michael Porter Jr. didn't foul him. How many blocks did Jaren Jackson Jr. have in this first quarter? Let me look. Box score. Box score. Where you at? There you are. Jaren Jackson, 4 blocks in the first quarter for Jaren Jackson Jr. 8 points, 4 blocks. Jaren Jackson fucking Jr., bro. He's a goon. Loveler. Oh my God. A little over a shot clock to play here in this first quarter. Jaren Jackson Jr. on the pick and roll once again. He's in double digits in this first quarter. Oh my Atlanta. Oh my God. Reggie Jackson is so cold. He's missing wide open threes. Kobe White at the buzzer wide open. It don't matter. End of one. We're up 14, 20-6 Outlaws. Jaren Jackson Jr. with 10 blocks and 10 rebounds or 10 points and 4 blocks in one quarter. Let's keep this up. All right, second quarter basketball here. I'm going to make some subs pretty soon here, but what was I saying? I don't know what I was talking about. Vernon Carey Jr. with a mismatch on Patrick Beverly. Vernon Carey Jr. turn around. Oh my God, 80% contest from Patrick Beverly. I know Patrick Beverly is one of the best perimeter defenders in the league today, but it's a 7-footer, bro. It's a 7-footer. It is what it is. Kawhi Leonard driving it on Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr. with another phenomenal contest on Kawhi Leonard. Kobe White working in transition. He stops. Defended by Patrick Beverly. We got to get it off him. We get a screen from Vernon Carey Jr. Vernon Carey Jr. with the mismatch once again on Patrick Beverly. Vernon Carey! Kobe White with 5 first half assists straight off rip. Kobe White has been on 10. Kawhi defended by Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr. another stop. He has damn near made Kawhi Leonard a non-factor in today's game. We're going to get Jaren Jackson. Oh my God, Kawhi Leonard's in that passing lane. That's tough. They haven't picked up on the pick and roll in a while. That's because Kawhi Leonard's been off the court. Jovic meets Paul George. Jovic with another stop. Jovic has also been on 10. Jovic in transition. He stops. Wide open 3 for Jovic slightly early. Oh, can we get the board? We don't. That's tough. We almost had it. I think I might pull some more with Jovic. Jovic is injured, but he's, oh my God, Jaren Jackson fucking Jr. Oh my God. Oh, Jovic almost with the inbound steal on Paul George. Pat Bev, defended by Kobe White. We might be bringing in Lemon Pepper Lou pretty soon here, but as of right now, Patrick Beverly driving in, finds Paul George to Paul George. That's their first point in a long time. They end our huge run. I'm gonna get a floppy going here. We haven't gone a floppy in a while, so I'm gonna pull one here. Michael Porter Jr. Ooh, that's tough. I'm gonna get a pick and roll with Jaren Jackson Jr. Michael Porter Jr. for 3. That's a tough shot. Over the back foul for Jaren Jackson. I'm gonna make some subs here. We're going to bring in Lemon Pepper Lou for Kobe White. I'm going to get Michael Porter Jr. a break. Give me the sharpshooter Dyson Daniels. I'm going to get that man, Jaren Jackson Jr., just a very slight break. I'm going to leave Vernon Carey out there. I'm going to bring Jovic off because he is injured, so we need to get him on that minute restriction for a little bit, and then we'll bring him in later in the game. Kobe White working in transition. I'm going to get another Vernon Carey pick and roll here. We find Vernon Carey on the screen and roll. Bang! Oh my God, we're on 10 right now. The pick and roll has been working like a charm all game. Vernon Carey and Jaren Jackson absolutely slicing and dicing through this defense. The big men, this is a show of the big men. Our two big men, Jaren Jackson and Vernon Carey. Two more juniors. Oh my God, we got juniors everywhere. Michael Porter, Jaren Jackson, Vernon Carey. They're all over the place. Kawhi Leonard, contested midi. Vernon Carey can't help but foul. 2 free throws coming for Kawhi Leonard. The subs are going to check in. I believe I did Lemon Pepper, Lou, Dyson, DeAndre Hunter, Rocco. And then Vernon Carey is going to stay in the lineup for a little longer until I decide to bring in Precious Achiuwa pretty soon here. Kawhi Leonard knocks down both free throws, and we have a completely backup lineup here in the game. I'm going to look for a pick and pop with Robert Covington. See if I can get that. I can. We have a mismatch now. Robert Covington on Patrick Beverly. Can I get it? Can I get something going here? Come on, Rocco. Let me get a post fade from you, Rocco. That's tough. That's a tough look. Ooh, this is a bad look. Lemon Pepper Lou on Kawhi. Kawhi, pull up midi over Lemon Pepper Lou. He can't get it to fall. No good for the Clips. The Clippers are ice cold in front of their home crowd. We find Kawhi's in that passing lane. They're in that passing lane now. We gotta get this under wraps. Kawhi defended by Robert Covington. You couldn't get anything on Lemon Pepper Lou. You think you're gonna get something on Robert Covington, Kawhi? What are you doing? We got Vernon Carey Jr. on that pick and roll. Oh, almost with the poster and almost with the and one. Vernon Carey Jr. with 6 points so far in this one, looking to make it 8 points. Can he get it? Vernon Carey knocks down the first, and he knocks down the second. 73% free throw for Vernon Carey. He gets it to fall. Oh my God, Paul George in transition. Vernon Carey starting to get exhausted. Get Precious Achiuwa in this game. Let's get a well-rested big man out there. We got insane depth at the big man position, so I'm going to make sure to use it. Vernon Carey Jr. on the pick and roll. He draws another foul from Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez picks up his second. The Clippers have slowly whittled our lead down to 9, but I mean, it's still a pretty commanding lead, so we're going to look to hold on to this lead. We're going to look to extend it as well with these Vernon Carey Jr. free throws. The starters are going to check in pretty soon here. We're just over halfway through this second quarter, and we have an 11-point lead. Let's hold on. Let's get into the second half with a big lead still. Come on. Nader, defended by Carey, hands it off to Kawhi. Over to Pat Bev. Lou Will's there. Kawhi. Oh, Kawhi starting to heat up. Jaren Jackson Jr. might have to check back in to get Kawhi in check because Jaren Jackson has been on 10. And right when Jaren Jackson Jr. checks out, Kawhi starts to heat up. And Vernon Carey with 12. He honestly might be our top scorer. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. Kawhi, defended by Robert Covington. Covington with a good contest. He misses. Okay, we're starting to slow down Kawhi here. Dyson Daniels, I see him. I see Dyson Daniels in transition. Let me run a floppy. See if I can get Dyson Daniels wide open. See if I can get him open off a floppy here. Dyson making his move. Gets a screen from Vernon Carey Jr. Oh, no. Oh, we get a mismatch with Vernon Carey loses a handle on the ball. It's Los Angeles ball. Precious is going to check in at the... No, he's not. They canceled that sub. They canceled my Precious sub. That is horrendous. Ooh. Pat Bev drives in. He gets past Lemon Pepper Lou. He gets past Rocco, and our lead is back down to 9. Let's get a bigger lead again. Rocco on the pick and roll. Rocco to the cup is blocked by Patrick Beverly. Wow. Paul George being defended by Lemon Pepper Lou, the former Clipper Lou Will. Pat Bev drives in. He meets Patrick Beverly, or he meets Lou Will. Lou Will, the former teammates. I'm getting him confused. Oh, geez, I spaced out. Paul George missed, though, so we're good. All right, Vernon Carey Jr. is getting a break. Precious Achiuwa checks in for the Outlaws. Lemon Pepper Lou. Let's run a floppy here. Get Dyson Daniels open. Hopefully it'll actually work this time. Dyson Daniels goes the way of the double screen. Dyson Daniels for 3 slightly early. Oh my God, a green bean animation. 12-point Outlaws lead. Daniels is on the board. Paul George, though, matches that with a pull-up midi green bean lemon machine. Let's get another one for Dyson Daniels. If Dyson Daniels is going to be hot, we're going to feed him. If he's feeling it, we're going to feed him. He gets a screen from DeAndre Hunter. Let's get it back to Lemon. Actually. Nah. Give me another one. Give me another one. He gets the double screen. Vernon Carey, DeAndre Hunter, Dyson Daniels for 3. Paul George. Defended by DeAndre Hunter. Paul George driving in. DeAndre Hunter gets a contest, and Paul George's shot misses. Lou Will in transition. He draws both defenders. Dyson. Dyson had it. Dyson had it. Let's get a passing screen away here. Passing screen away. Precious Achua. Who's getting the screen? Robert Covington. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Let's see if I can get a floppy off real quick. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Can I get one? Dyson Daniels. Robert Covington with the most open shot. 1 second. Yeah, I wasted way too much time on that. Oh my God, Lou Will with the rip off Reggie Jackson. No, Achua can't shoot. Achua can't shoot. That was horrendous. Dyson Daniels, can I get a chase down on Terrence? Man, that's a good foul by Dyson Daniels. Love to see it. Kawhi Leonard. Under a minute to play in the first half. Kawhi with the and one. Rocco with the sloppy defense. Starter's going to check in for the last 30 seconds of the first quarter. There's no way Michael Porter Jr. is only on 79% energy. That man has been on the bench the whole second quarter, as has Jaren Jackson, as has Kobe White. There's no way Kawhi just missed it that bad. There's no way he just missed a free throw that bad. Dyson, you had the corner wide open. He was leaving you. Come on now. Got to read that. Where's my point guard? Where is my point guard? I'm looking for Lemon Pepper Lou, and that man's hiding in the corner. Dude, we're getting called for fouls every time. This is tough. Dyson Daniels gives up another foul on Terrence Mann. He misses. Ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. Starters check back in. Kobe White, Michael Porter Jr., Jovic, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Mo Bamba all check back in for the Outlaws. Oh my God, Terrence Mann missed them both. Michael Porter Jr. in transition. Jovic, where are you going, my man? I was getting a little too comfortable. 2K was loving me all first quarter. Second quarter, they're not loving me so much. They ain't loving me so much second quarter, man. My AIs are starting to do dumb shit. We got to lock in. Come on. We got to lock in, bro. Jaren Jackson Jr. on Kawhi. Jaren Jackson Jr. hadn't played all second quarter. Kawhi wide open. Midi bang at the buzzer. Cuts our lead down to 8 going into halftime. Come on. Let's go.
Yeah, man, this is what we were hoping for. The two alpha dogs are squaring off. And when the team leaders are staring each other down, it's extra proud.
What is Shaq talking about, bro? What is he? What? Bro. So a recurring theme of all my videos have been that we've been horrendous on the glass for this series. And we're beating the Clippers in the rebounding battle 27-11. This is a very welcome change. I'm definitely not complaining in the slightest, but bro, that's fucking wild. Second half basketball. Let's go. We had a A1 first half. Let's start wrapping this up. Let's wrap this up, Bamba. You're not supposed to pop. It's a pick and roll. It's all good. Let's get a floppy. Michael, go. Michael Porter Jr. Michael for 3, slightly late. That's a tough miss. Jaren Jackson Jr. can't get the board, but it's our ball regardless. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Can I get Dyson Daniels a 3? C- 3-point rating. Can I get him one? Is Kawhi going to leave him? Kawhi leaves him. Jovic for 3. Tough. I get way too confident with Nikola Jovic. I get way too confident with that man. And then I just start chucking threes and I start missing. I mean, they're wide open because the AI leaves. Oh my God, Kawhi. Hold on. Let's stop talking. Let's lock in. Lock the fuck in. No, Kobe, get there. Let's go. Lock in. Come on. It's a 6-point game. We were just up 13. 16, actually. Lock in. Kawhi Leonard. Fuck no. Big block. 5 seconds. Brook Lopez for 3. Yes, let's go. Big miss. Jovic. Patrick Beverly on Jovic. Are they going to leave him? They are going to leave him. Jovic for 3. That's Irish Spring Green. There we go. That's what we need. We need Jovic. He's injured, bro. He is limping. But if they're leaving him, bro, I'm going to take it. I'm going to trust Jovic. Let's trust him. Let's go. Kawhi Leonard being defended by Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr. has done an absolutely phenomenal job on Kawhi Leonard in the first half. 13 first half points for Kawhi, but 5 blocks for Jaren Jackson Jr. Let's go. Come on. Kawhi Leonard exits the game for the Clippers. This is where we take over. We're up 9. It's damn near a double-digit lead, but this is where we run away with it. Third quarter, no Kawhi Leonard. They have Paul George out there still, but this is where we run away with it. Pat Bev trying to make his move on Jaren Jackson Jr. Hands off to Paul George. Paul George, oh my God. Contested layup over Michael Porter Jr. Jovic in transition. They're gonna sag off of him. You sag off. Oh, I can't say that. I can't say that if I miss. Fuck. I can't disrespect Chris Smooth. Oh, we got there. We're there. We're fucking there. Get it to Jovic. They're gonna sag off. They're gonna sag off. They sag off. Damn. Come on, Jovic. Jovic, I need you right now. I need you right now. Jovic for 3, yes.
If you sag off, your swag's off. You know the rules.
Michael Porter Jr. and Paul George. Zubats cuts to the rim. Bamba with a big block on Ivica Zubats. Jovic left open again. Jovic back-to-back threes. He's starting to heat up. 12 points for Jovic. If they're going to leave that 3 wide open with Jovic, I'm taking it every single time. 13-point lead for the Las Vegas Outlaws. I'm going to double Paul George because Zubats can't shoot. We'll let Zubats shoot that any day of the week. He still gets a look at the rim. He gets his own rebound too because I'm jumping like a bozo. Kobe White on Pat Bev. Over to Paul George. Defended by the injured Nikola Jovic. Jovic? Oh my God, Jovic. Oh my God. We don't get the board? Oh my Lord. We've been dogging him in the rebounding battle. How do we not get that? This passing, bro. They look like the 2014 Spurs. Ennis for 3. He did the little turnaround, and he missed. Jovic. Oh, Jovic hit his last 3 3-pointers. I should have known that was too good to be true. I'm still going to take it because they're giving it to him every single possession. They're just sagging off like his name is Giannis or Ben Simmons. So I'm going to take it every single time. Paul George draws a foul, and Bamba picks up his first. Kobe White with the ball. Jovic left wide open for 3. Jovic for 3. Bang. He has 15 points and he's limping his way back up the court. 12 straight points for us off the 3. Jovic was our last 12 points. 15-point deficit, and Jovic with 15 points. Our last 12. I feel like I said that already, but I'm going to say it again. Our last 12 were from an injured Nikola Jovic. Paul George defended by Michael Porter Jr. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Michael Porter Jr. is there. He gets the block on the pull-up midi from Paul George and forces a shot clock violation. Jaren Jackson Jr. with another block. I don't know how many that is for him on the night, but this man, Jaren Jackson Jr., is on 10, and they're starting to defend my man Nikola Jovic at the 3-point line, so I can't abuse that anymore. I'm so happy the AI adjusted. Who's the floppy going to? Let's get it popping. It's going to Michael Porter Jr. Bamba doesn't even set the screen, but he's open anyway for 3. Michael Porter Jr. Irish Spring Green. 18-point lead. Like I said, once Kawhi goes off the court, we run away with a lead. And Kawhi's been off the court the last 6 minutes, and we have hit 5 straight threes. Jovic off the pass and screen away. The only downside, whatever I want to say, with Jovic is that if it's not green, it's not going in because he only has a... I'm challenging that. There's no way that's a foul. But the downside is that if it's not green, it's not going in with him. So it's kind of hard to shoot with him because he's a C- 3-point shooter. So yeah, I already said I said my thing. Jovic didn't even touch him, bro. On the real, Jovic didn't even touch him, bro. That's why I challenged it. Jovic did not touch the man.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Thank you. Thank you. Michael Porter Jr. given a little too much space. I pull that. Catch and shoot. Just a tad bit too much space. You sag off. You swags off. Kawhi Leonard driving in on the center. Mo Bamba sends his shit to the moon. Michael Porter Jr. to Jovic in the corner for 3. It's not green and it's not going in. Ooh, Kawhi working that post with Bamba in the air. He pump fakes. Bamba goes flying and he gets the wide open look at the cup. Ooh, Jovic for 3 in the corner. Left him wide open. I'm always going to trust Jovic. C- 3-pointer, even if he's cold, I know what he's capable of. So I'm going to keep finding him, and I'm going to keep shooting it with him. Why is Bamba Kawhi's primary assignment? That is a horrendous idea, but we're going to go with it. Bamba switches with Jovic. Thank you. Switch with Jovic. Porter Jr. with a steal on Kawhi. Michael Porter Jr. bringing it up the court. Michael Porter Jr. Snatch back. to Jovic. Kawhi's not sagging off. Get it to our point guard. Get it to Kobe White. Kobe White with 10 assists on the night. Double-digit assists is absolutely crazy. I find Jovic opposite side of the court. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Jovic got to pull in at the shot clock. That's a bad shot, but I had to pull it. I wasted way too much time. Kawhi wide open for 3. Bang. 30 seconds left in the fourth. I'm going to bring in a bench lineup, or in the third. I'm going to bring in a bench lineup for the start of the fourth quarter just because I don't want to get another injury. We already have Jovic injured. We already have Gafford injured. Oh, I should have passed it out. No, I shouldn't have. Jaren Jackson Jr. said, fuck you, Rev. I'm a dog. 3 seconds. Full court with Michael Porter Jr. Bang! Oh, back rim. 17-point lead. An absolutely huge third quarter from the guys. Jovic took over. He has 18 points. He had 15 in that quarter. Michael Porter Jr. with a few buckets. We definitely took over in this one, and we should be able to coast in this fourth quarter to a big win in Los Angeles. Bench lineup out there. Pokashevsky defending Patrick Beverly. Kawhi Leonard defended by Rocco. Pokashevsky with a block on Pat Bev. I don't know who Pat Bev thinks he is, but Pokashevsky said, you're not that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that fucking guy. Pokashevsky posting up Pat Bev. Pokashevsky, Poka, post fade on Pat Bev. Oh, wow. Maybe I should bring in Lemon Pepper Lou. Actually, I'm going to keep Kobe White out there because they're going to double Kobe White, and that's wide open looks. Rocco with the block on Brook Lopez. Rocco defending Kawhi Leonard. Rocco's there. We're here. They go to Terrence Mann, defended by DeAndre Hunter. Two pretty good defenders on the court in Rocco and DeAndre Hunter. Vernon Carey gets switched on to Terrence Mann. 2 seconds. Good jump out. That's a good jump. That's a good jump. Big miss. Kobe White with the board. 11 assists on the night for Kobe White. 4 rebounds. They're not going to double him. I'm going to look for a pick and pop with Robert Covington, seeing if I can get that popping. I do. That's very late. That is a horrendously late reaction by myself. I'm going to take out DeAndre Hunter, start bringing in our starters once again. I barely had the bench out there, but the starters are some goons. So we're going to have the starters out there for this fourth quarter. Let's not give the Clippers any hope of coming back into this game, all right? Rocco on the pick and roll. Oh, my God. He gets swatted. He gets fucking swatted by Pat Bev. This man, Pat Bev, has chased down Vernon Carey Jr. so many times, bro. Dyson Daniels for 3 off the floppy. Oh, he missed. Jovic and Jaren Jackson Jr. both are going to check in for us. Jovic checked in already. Jaren Jackson Jr. still has to wait a little bit to check in. I'm going to look for Dyson Daniels off the floppy. Dyson Daniels for 3. This man seems like Dyson Daniels doesn't miss. Dyson Daniels, A+ 3-point rating. That's why I drafted him to be that spot-up shooter, and he is proving to be that fucking guy. Vernon Carey Jr. with another block. Jovic, oh no, they get to him. Paul George gets to him. We find Kobe White. Let me get a floppy here. Kobe White's been wheeling and dealing all game. That's probably why they have Kawhi Leonard on him. 13 assists for Kobe White. Come on, go Dyson. Go Dyson. Dyson Daniels wide open top of the key. Is that smart? Is that smart, LA? You're not going to switch onto the best shooter on the court? Come on, bro. Pat Bev finds Kawhi Leonard. Robert fucking Covington with the block. Zubats. Okay. They cannot stop our floppy, especially if it's Dyson Daniels off the floppy, so I'm going to feed it. Dyson Daniels. They got to him. Okay. Right when I start talking shit, they get to him. Kawhi Leonard in transition. Only one that's there is Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels is not quick enough to get out to Kawhi Leonard. We have a 17-point lead, so I'm not too concerned about them scoring a bucket here and there. But the point of me still playing right now with the starters out there is to get guys like Jovic and Dyson Daniels. Oh my God, they got out to him. Wow. Jovic in the corner gets a screen from Vernon Carey Jr. That was a bad read. Bad read by myself. Oh my God. Passing screen away. I don't know who I'm going to pass it to yet. I'm actually going to go Robert Covington. That means a Vernon Carey Jr. 3, huh? Yeah. Let me get another passing screen away here. That means it's going to be a Robert Covington 3. Ooh, Rocco. That's tough. That's tough. Dyson, I need you right now. I need you, Dyson. Dyson. For a midi at the buzzer. Early release. Oh my God, Johnson wide open in the corner. Okay, I was about to say they're getting a little too much space, but they're missing, so we're good. They're missing. I'm not too upset. They're missing. We get a screen from Vernon Carey Jr. Vernon Carey Jr. on the PNR. 14 points for the man himself, Vernon Carey Jr. Jovic defending Paul George. I'm surprised how good of a perimeter defender Nikola Jovic is, man. B- perimeter and A steals as a rookie is absolutely insane. You love to see that, especially on our part. On our part. Oh my God, Kobe White says, oh my God, we haven't went to the rim with Kobe White all game. Kobe White has been wheeling and dealing, 14 assists. He finally gets his in the fourth quarter. He's patient with it. He's patient with it. And I love that out of my PG. Give me Precious for Vernon Carey. I'm going to keep everyone else out there just because a little bit of a stat padding for Kobe White. 14 assists. We're going to keep padding his stats because this is absolutely insane. He's giving me Kyle Lowry vibes from season 1. Oh my God, PG, what are you doing? Dyson Daniels. That's a bad catch. I'm still going to shoot it. That was a horrendous catch animation for Dyson Daniels. That's tough. Jovic gets the 3. He's the first player on the court with 20 points. Kobe White with 15 assists. He has been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Clippers timeout. That extends our lead to 22 points. Nikola Jovic with 21 points. Jovic with an absolute Stanley Steamer, even though he's injured. Give me Michael Porter Jr. to play the 2 guard instead of Dyson Daniels. Get Dyson Daniels some rest. I don't know why I still have Kobe White out there besides stat padding purposes. Get him a little more assists. Maybe break our franchise record for assists in a game, even though I have no idea what our franchise record is. I believe it's held by Kyle Lowry, though, because Kyle Lowry was an absolute assist machine. I think he averaged double-digit assists in his first season here. Jovic from the corner for 3. 9% covered. 2K, are you bugging? 20-point lead. Jovic on Kawhi at the wing. 2 minutes to play in this game. Kawhi Leonard trying to sauce up Jovic in the ISO. Jovic ain't going nowhere. Jovic, oh my God, Jovic with the fucking clamps. Pat Bev being defended by Michael Porter Jr. 6'10". My MPJ says, fuck no. Give me that. Jaren Jackson Jr. mismatch on Reggie Jackson down low. Jaren Jackson Jr. 14 points for him. Extends our lead back up to 20. 1 minute to play. We've been really, really good in this game. It's a very welcome sight that we are absolutely annihilating a team, which hasn't happened in a long, long time, since probably the start of the first season. We took a W in the last one against the Grizzlies, but it was really tightly contested. We'd lost like 4 episodes straight before that. And now a 20-point blowout against a conference finalist. Like, what? Huge fucking turnaround, bro. Achua to the cup. Achua gets his. Kobe White gets another assist. That's 16 on the night for Kobe White. Absolute insane outing from Kobe White. Fucking crazy. And that is going to wrap up this game. 10 seconds left in it. Reggie Jackson driving in. I guess it's not going to wrap it up because Reggie Jackson gets fouled. And that is going to wrap up this game. It ends 76-58 Outlaws. 18-point W. 18-point W over the Los Angeles Clippers. Absolute huge showing from our guys. I am very pleased. Very, very pleased. Looking at the box score here. Kawhi Leonard, 20 points. 8 for 19 from the field. Paul George, 14. And Zubac with 11 boards. And on our side of the ball, we stuffed the stat sheet just a little bit more. Jovic, top scorer, 21 points, 7 for 18 from the field. Not great efficiency, nor was it great efficiency from 3. It was a lot better from 3, though. Jaren Jackson Jr., 14, 9, and 6 blocks. Fucking crazy. Vernon Carey, 14, 6 and a block. Dyson Daniels, 12 points. Michael Porter Jr., 9, 7, 3, a steal and 2 blocks. Decent showing from him. Kobe White, 2, 4, 16 assists. There's a lot of other good performers in this game, but I want to cap it off with a Kobe White 16 assists. Hey guys. Yep.
What do you think changed in this game from the last that helped push your team to such a huge victory tonight?
Yeah, I think this game was feels like we just played a lot better as a team. We hit a ton more shots. We were a lot more efficient. A lot of our guys really put on really stat stuffer type stat lines, like 16 assists from Kobe, 21 from Nicola. Absolutely phenomenal game all around as a team. And I think Steven had a great game plan in for the guys, and it really showed tonight. Yeah.
Do you think this win was a one-man show or more of a true team win?
Of course. I think this one really was a true team victory, like I said. We had plenty of guys in double digits. Like I said, Kobe White, 16 assists. Jaren Jackson with his 6 blocks. Like an absolutely historic night all around from the guys. And I'm just really happy with how we played as a squad. Definitely was nowhere near a one-man show. But we still have the only way from here is up. So we're always looking to get better. Yeah.
How can your team keep this pace up for the rest of the season?
Well, obviously, winning against a title contender by this big of a margin obviously is never easy, but we always look to put out the best showing, especially on the road. It's really hard to win really big, especially on the road. So I think, like I said earlier, Steven had a great game plan in for our guys to go out and win, and especially, like I said, out on the road, it was an absolutely massive victory, and I keep it up this pace all season. I don't really think I can speak on that yet because it's still really early. It's only November, so we're just going to look to keep taking this one day at a time. We have practice tomorrow. I know the guys are going to keep pushing and working hard. Last one. Yep.
Out of all of your off-season moves, who has been the most influential?
That's a toughie to answer. This team obviously has changed a lot this offseason. Many influential moves, from Jaren to Kobe to our 2 draft picks in Dyson and Nicola, and we have a lot of returning players like Michael and Robert. But I think if I had to choose one, after tonight, it's kind of hard to not choose Kobe, because 16 assists, a new franchise record for points in a game, absolutely insane showing from Kobe. So got to give it up to the young guy. We're an extremely young squad, so we're just going to keep getting better from here. And I'm really proud, especially of Kobe White. And if I had to pick one influential person that I picked, player that we signed this offseason, it would have to be Kobe White. Yep, thanks. I'm going. So after that game, I want to look at team records. Total points in a game, Michael Porter Jr.'s record, 45. Bobby Buckets had a 30-point game for us. That's fucking wild. He's on the Cavs now. I love that they changed like the players' attire or the jerseys once they leave the team. That's really cool because then I can see what team they're on. Kyle Lowry and Bobby Buckets cooking it up on the Cavs. And then field goals made, Michael Porter Jr. 16, campaign 12. When did Precious get 12 buckets? I don't know. 3-pointers made, Michael Porter Jr. at the top of both of those two. The Raptor, Duncan Robinson with 8, Bojan Bogdanovic with 8, and then Jovic, I think that's today's game, with 7. Free throws made, Gallinari, love Gallinari, another former player on the Cavs, which is, so that's Kyle Lowry, Bobby Buckets, and Gallo all on the Cavs. Rebounds, Michael Porter Jr., Jaren Jackson Jr., Michael Porter Jr. again, then Al Horford, the free agent. No one wants to give Al Horford anything. That's tough. I'm not going to give him a contract. Assists, Kobe White is now our all-time assist leader with 16 in the game, and before that it was 12. And Nico Mannion, also a free agent, 13 assists in a game. I don't know why I got rid of Nico Mannion, but now we have Kobe White, so I don't care. Kyle Lowry, like I said, Kyle Lowry type beat, but Kobe White now has our most assists in a game. Mo Bamba, I remember his 9-block game. Jaren Jackson, 2 6-block games. But yeah, it still baffles me that Bobby Portis had a 30-point game in an Outlaws uniform. I don't know when that happened. I don't remember that happening. I'm assuming it's a simmed game. But Michael Porter Jr. having 45, I also don't remember that either. So the Charlotte Hornets are 10-3. I'm going to simulate tonight Christmas Day game against them. I want to play the 10-3 Hornets. I'm hoping we can make the playoffs this season again, dude. Because we got a lot better last season, but we've been playing really, really bad. So I'm praying to God that we play good enough to make the playoffs. We're the 5th seed right now. I'm getting really upset because I want to make the playoffs. But we just keep... Okay, now we're starting to win games. We're probably going to lose to the Spurs, aren't we? The Spurs feels like a game we're just going to lose. Oh, we beat the Spurs. Okay, we're the 2 seed in the West. We're winning some games. 3 seed in the West. Okay, we went on a low winning streak. Second, okay, we're the 1 seed. We're the 1 seed in the West. Okay, we're gonna take that. We lose to the fucking Pistons. Jeremy Grant gave us 21 points. In the next one, I'm gonna play the Hornets, and Michael Porter Jr. must be injured. Michael Porter Jr. picks up, okay, sprained left knee. It's a day-to-day injury. It's going to be tough playing without him. It's a day-to-day injury, though, so I guess we don't have to play without him because it's only a day-to-day injury, and he can still play with the day-to-day injury. He's going to start at the 2 for us, but we're going to adjust that in the next one. And the Hornets are the 3 seed in the East, and we are the 3 seed in the West. So actually, maybe I don't play the Hornets, and I play the Phoenix Suns, because the Suns are 18-12. We beat the Hornets, and instead of playing the Hornets, we're going to play the 1 seed in the West with the same record as us. 18-12 Suns versus the 18-12 Outlaws. Do they still have the same team they had in real life? That's a horrendous trade. Do they still... Okay, Chris Paul, D-Book, DeAndre Ayton. Okay, still the same team they have in real life, and we are fully healthy, except instead of Dyson Daniels. Sorry, Dyson. As much as I like you, you're not starting, my boy. You're not starting. Jovic is our starting guy. I want Jovic in that starting 5 because he's an absolute demon, and he's up to an 80 overall on the season. So with Jovic progressing, that gives me a ton of hope that he is going to reach his potential. So that is going to wrap this one up. And as always, if you're excited for the next one, be sure up between the 1 and 2 seed. Make sure you show some love down below. It's free. It only helps the channel grow. As always, you're beautiful. I love you. Thanks for watching. Happy Monday. Peace.